Hey everyone, I'm Basant from Smart Tech Guide. In this video, I'm going to show you one of the tips for Windows user. If you are using Windows 8 or Windows 10 and if you are trying to remove Windows lock screen, especially if you notice that before you actually can enter the password or PIN, you have to click some key before you actually enter the password or PIN. So if you want to remove that extra step and get the place where you enter the PIN directly, then this is the right guide for you. It just disable the lock screen and you can enable anytime. I'll provide both of the script, and you can do it manually without a script also. If you prefer the script, you can execute a script also. It's pretty easy. Let's go back to my Windows machine, and then from there I can show you. This is my Windows machine here, and I remote from my PC. For that, you need to be able to open registry editor. That means you need to have admin right on your device, otherwise you can't do this. And to open registry editor, just type in regedit on the search screen if you are on Windows 10. If you are on previous version of the window, open run from the start menu, and then once you find run, and there you can type regedit and then enter. That will ask you to open the registry editor and then say yes. You have to give the permission, and depending on whether you previously opened or not, it will open this page if you haven't opened earlier, and from there you have to drill down. Windows registry is basically a hierarchical database for Windows system and settings, those kind of things, and each of the database has multiple keys, and each key has multiple property and their values. For this use case, we will be adding one key if it doesn't exist already, and adding the one value pair, so property value name and pair. For this, drill down into key local machine. From there, software, it's software policy, so go inside the software, then go inside policy, and then Microsoft, and then Windows, and then down there personalization, but you may not have that personalization. That is a key, and if you don't have that one, you can create it by right clicking on Windows. Right click on Windows and new, and then key, just like this. You can type exact name personalization. Right now I do have already, so I cannot create the duplicate, but you can create the key with exact value of personalization. And for this time I will be deleting that one because I already have one. And do not delete other things that may corrupt your system or registry already present. So once you click on personalization that you just created, or if it's already there, you don't have to create. And then on the right side, I have no lock screen property here. Usually if you just created personalization, it won't be there. And let me show you by delete. Let me first copy the name. I'll just type it in, delete. And in this case, let me show you behavior of the lock screen. How does it work? Now this is lock screen, and I have to click somewhere any key, but to get the place where I can enter the password, I have to click some keys. After that only I can enter keys. Now if I go back to registry editor and add new D word, it's a D word 32-bit, and type in no lock SCREEN. Notice that initial capital on each of the word and without space, and then double click to open that, double click and provide the value of 1. No lock screen, value of 1. That means you don't want lock screen. So, and save it. That's all. Now let's see the behavior of the lock screen. Okay, you don't have to restart either. I just locked my screen. Now there is a direct prompt for the password or the pin, whatever you are configuring. So, and then I can just enter in. It depends on everybody's choice. If you just want to get rid of the lock screen, do this trick. If you don't want, it's okay. And if you decide like you want to do this now, and later on if you decide to change it, you can always change it either by changing the value to its value to 0, or by deleting that this property value pair. This is property and this is the value we just provided, data value, and we can either delete this one or we can just set it to 0. In that case it will enable the lock screen back. Let's see. I just did the lock screen on Windows, and now I have to click somewhere to get the password entry field. Yeah, so that's how it works. And let me enter value, password, and go back. For now I'll just enable it because I wanted to. 1, and that's all. Let's see again. Now it's directly prompting the password. That's good for me. I don't want extra step. And this is manual way you can turn on or off. How do you do automatically without doing that big step? Again, even if you want to do that with the script, you need admin privilege. That you need on anyway. And if you want to do with just a click, I'll provide one script that's no lock screen disable and lock screen enable. There are 2 scripts in my Google Drive. I'll share that link, and with that I'll show you the script first just to make you confident. This is the script over here. It says what I said before. Go to H key local machine, software, policies, Microsoft, Windows, and personalization, and note that if it doesn't exist, it actually creates the key things and property and value, everything it creates if it doesn't exist. So you don't have to go and create the personalization key before you want to before you execute. So it will create for you. And this pretty much very straightforward, and there are 8 digits. If you look at that, 7, 6, 7, 8 digits there, and the last digit will be 1 for enable, 0 for disable. Let me open the enable script also. Edit. Oops, cancel. Open with Notepad++. That should be 1. Enable should be 1 and disable should be 0. Oh, sorry, yeah, enable should be 0 because I write it the opposite way. Enable should be 0 and disable should be 1 because the property name itself is no lock screen. 1 second, let me open the disable one, and disable, this is no lock screen, true, 1 is true, and this is no lock screen, false. That means lock screen is true in this case. So that's why these scripts I will provide the Google Drive link. You can download and just double click. Let me show you how does it work. I enabled earlier. If you see here, I enabled, and let me run one of the lock screen enable one. So with that, let me rename the files because it's a little bit confusing. I'll say one for disable and one for enable correspondingly. Okay. For now, let me close this. Close this, and let me rename it no lock screen. No lock screen disable. Disable. No lock screen enable. Now it makes sense. No lock screen, whether disable or enable. If you want no lock screen, then you need to enable that. Just in case, let's see again if it's correct or not. Now no lock screen enable. That means if you run this, you won't get the extra prompt for the password entry field. So let me execute the disable one because mine is already enabled. Let me execute disable one. It asks me to execute permission for the registry editor. So if I say that, and it asks again to confirm, and then I say yes. Now it successfully override the value. If I go back to registry editor to see, it's 0, set to 0 now. And now if I go back to lock screen, now I have to click on the screen somewhere in the screen to get the password field again. Okay, that's all. Thank you for watching. That's all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe and share my channel and videos, like my Facebook page, and don't forget to click on the bell icon next to subscribe button to get notified of my future videos. If you haven't watched my previous videos, go ahead and watch. Feel free to comment if you like to know something or have feedback for me. Until next video, have a good time. Bye bye.